Next up on the Daily, 1 month till first kick, one player who might not be around, and one Olympic hopeful's fate is revealed. Welcome to the Daily for Friday, February 10th with Andrew Wiebe. I'm Jason Seguini. 1 month until first kick, so MLS fans get excited. Plenty of games going on between now and first kick. Tournaments happening in Portland, in Orlando, Arizona, and also in Charleston. So a lot of games going on between now and then. You can find out about those all on the preseason page on the site, but also, Andrew, a countdown to first kick on the site.
Yeah, we hit 30 days yesterday with a little note about Kevin Hartman and his history against the New York Red Bulls and New York Metro Stars. But today will be Jeff Cameron. I won't clue you into that one. You'll have to check on the site for that. But as you said, the preseason page is your landing spot for all your news, schedule, anything you wanted to know about MLS preseason will be found there.
All right, one player who might not show up when that season begins is Jose Moreno, the forward that the New England Revolution were excited to sign, but now they can't seem to contact him.
No, the reports in Colombia say that he has reneged on that desire to come to New England, although Revs manager Mike Burns said, everything is done. We got down there. We got all the paperwork signed. We expect this to be completed. Now the question is what will happen with the player. It seems that he wants to stay at Once Caldas, but we'll follow that one closely.
All right, one player who might not be coming. One player who might be coming is a designated player, and he might be going to Montreal.
Yeah, Montreal. Apparently, the Saputos are in Switzerland this week to meet with Dante Sanger, a forward for SC Lugano in the Swiss First Division, a guy that scored a lot of goals there the last few years, a 20-year-old Argentine, 6'2", kind of that target guy. You can check the site for Jesse Marsh's thoughts on what exactly they need as a DP in Montreal.
Okay, we continue to talk about forwards. Yesterday we had talked about Matt Kanji moving to Houston, and I asked you guys what you thought about the move for Houston as far as the impact that Kanji would make. Here's some of the feedback. Trevor Brown from Schreier University says, Mac will make a difference. With good service and his great dribbling skills, he could be dangerous in the box for the Dynamo. I'm excited about this trade. On the other side of the coin, David Allen Wallace from Bozeman, Montana says, Mac won't be able to make much of an influence as he should because all of his playing time is going to get swiped up by Colin Rolfe. So maybe a big Louisville fan there from Montana. I mentioned the Olympic hopeful, and that is Andy Najar. The question is, will DC United let him go to Olympic qualifying for Honduras?
Yeah, apparently we'll find that out today. Honduras is going to have a press conference with the manager of the squad. He will reveal what the negotiations down in Arizona with Ben Olsen and DC United went like. If Honduras is able to have Najar for qualifying, that's a huge boost for them. DC obviously will have to fill that hole, but it'll be interesting to see what they say today.
Yeah, Honduras could be one of the tougher opponents that the U.S. sees at Olympic qualifying. And on the site today, you can check out what those rosters might look like for the U.S. national team.
Yeah, Travis Clark and Greg Seltzer are going to take their crack at Caleb Porter's 18. They're also going to do 4 alternates. But after talking to them, I know this was a difficult process. It'll be interesting to see which guys actually make the cut in their minds.
All right, we talked about Andy Najar. His former teammate, Charlie Davies, talked to us on the latest edition of Extra Time Radio in a very revealing interview. He talked about how it all ended with DC United and explained what it was like under Ben Olsen during his time there.
Yeah, I think the most interesting part of the interview for me was probably his explanation of how his role changed when Dwayne DiRosario came into the team. After being kind of a focal point of that offense, the guy they expected to score goals, he turned into a little bit of a decoy, according to Davies. And he also said he clashed with Ben Olsen a little bit, so that's one to listen to for sure.
All right, well, Davies in the traveling roster forced a show this weekend, so he could get back into the first team there. A couple other Americans abroad to keep an eye out for. Tim Ream could make his debut for Bolton this weekend against Wigan. And, of course, Landon Donovan continues his loan stint at Everton against Chelsea. So a huge matchup for Landon to be able to impress out there.
Yeah, as well as on Friday, we've got MLS action continuing in LA at the Home Depot Center. Houston and LA will match up, and then Montreal, Portland. So those are 2 games to watch. You can see all that coverage on MLSsoccer.com.
A rematch of MLS Cup. That's all we have for the Daily. Enjoy the weekend. We'll be back next week.